Far beyond the universe
A world above the stars are where you'll find our nebula. Look to the star, charting a voyage we embark.
Back when the journey seemed as clear as it could be, we ran around without a care or thought or guarantee. All in, we dared to try and take a chance on a leap. Gazed at the starlight to sail away through the sea. Fighting the rivers and rapids along the way past the enemies of time. Didn't matter what the mountain was, we'd always start the climb.
I'll go the way you go, together and alone.
Forever the universe is out there, come with me.
And you'll see from the roads we walk to every point in every single line. The path we're taking, the glow we're
We
chasing.
follow through shadows on the night.
Beyond the world, we know there's more to find.
More to realize, shine brighter than the stars, and the moonlight will someday be ours.
So fly with me past the high tide. Leave all your worries behind.
We'll make our mark, hear our heart, finding that spark.
Our nebula. Set out, we navigated through the murky seas, wading our way around our ever-growing memories. Dive in, we take a breath and sink on into the deep, writing our story that stands the test of centuries.
But as the weather grew colder, the nights were long, and I started losing heart. Didn't wanna say I was tired while you had the fight.
I took your hand in mine,
Together,
in your stride. Forever the universe is out there, wait and see. It's only you and me. From the ocean to the never-ending sky.
the path we're taking,
The glow we're chasing, follow through the shadows of the night. Beyond the world, we know there's more to find.
Our sight will shine brighter than the stars. Look back now, we've come so far.
Each inch of the galaxy holds a memory of you and me. So
We'll make our mark,
hear our heart,
finding the spark.
our nebula. Looking ahead, we'll keep on running till the end.
I love it. Hello, everybody. Hello. How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! Let's go, Hoshios! Woo! Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for joining tonight. My name is Zal. I am one of the singers. I am a singing member, and I have Hoshios. I've done mixing in our first KACB, and this time around we had something special. Hoshios has done something very special for our KACB return, and that is an original song. Go Hoshio Bros. Unfortunately, Sazawa could not make the stream today, so I will be filling in for him. So, oh man, I've been wanting to share and break down and talk about this song for a long time, ever since the idea was incepted. I think the idea was incepted at the beginning of this year, but the idea of doing an original song has been itching itching the back of my brain since, I believe, like 2 years ago. So I'm gonna try to figure out some place to start with talking about this. Actually, honestly, this will be interactive as much as I can as well. So we can go into how, like, we can go into like as nerdy as I can with music theory, or we can do easy surface level stuff. Honestly, I might just hit both because it's a lot of fun. Hello, oh hey Vedra, hello Naru. Sorry, I haven't looked at the chat yet. So, and Ida will be joining us a little bit later as well. So yeah, time for my yapping. Yeah, stream yapping, right? Yap. I know, it's I couldn't be happier and more proud of everyone who has put work into this song, and also trusting Sazawa trusting me with writing this original song, because this is probably the biggest, most impactful, most important original song I've written this entire year. And I swore, at least for one of my like end of the year goals, is to write an original song, and I'm glad I stuck to it. There's so many parts of the song that I want to talk about. I'm gonna try my best to organize my thoughts, but there might be really squirrel brained here, because I'm just either overly excited to talk about it, or or it's just my brain will be shooting a mile a minute. So I'm just gonna leave this on in the background, the instrumental, to install the ideas, or like get you guys Nebula pilled. You know, I should have made a Google slide. That would have been really fun. That would have been like a heydays of VTubing, you know. That would have been like a good callback, and honestly pretty good to organize ideas. But for now, I'm just gonna go with this big old score. Yeah, so almost all of Nebula was conceived and written and arranged on MuseScore. I am, call me old-fashioned, but that's honestly been the best way for me to get my ideas out on paper, quite literally, like digital sheet music. I've been using MuseScore for a long time now, so it just felt like the most comfortable thing to me, because to me, to be creative, I need restrictions. I need things to hold me back. And looking at the MIDI piano roll is like choice paralysis to me, because I still don't know what I want with I don't know what I want when I look at like a DAW or like Fruity Loops usually. So yeah, the amount of original songs KACB. I know, true. The amount of original songs in KACB are amazing. So stares at your song too, Edra. Hey Yachen, hello, welcome on in. So I started sketching this idea. The composer. I started sketching this idea, I believe, back in April. I created a what is it? A whip, an idea, a brainstorm idea. I'm trying to pull up the Hoshio's Discord right now, because I'm just gonna end up playing audio from there, because all of that stuff is there. So I will play you guys the first iteration of Hoshio's at the moment. Or like, sorry, first iteration. What am I saying? Oh my god, see, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm thinking a mile a minute. Like, I'm gonna play the first iteration of Hoshio's. No, the first iteration of Hoshio's was like 4 years ago. So My brain is just, it's been a long day, okay? But here, let me mute this. So I posted this whip April 16th, and I sketched it. It was just an intro sketch, right? But before I think I did that, let's see, what did I post? I posted like, yeah, after one whole year, posted something. I was like, hypothetically speaking, how mellow would we want our original song to be? Right? I was just trying to get vibes and get ideas, right? Because oh my god, I think I hear myself from my stream. I was watching my own stream on my phone just to make sure the quality sounds okay. But honestly, the song is like nothing like Mela. And when I started writing some more stuff, I think around the time when we uploaded Hoshi no Aida, right? When did we upload Hoshi no Aida? It was either May or something, but it was getting close to being finished, and I was really starting to dig into J-rock and idol music, I'd say, a lot. So I mentioned a few bullets. It was like, I'm looking right here, April 4th, April 16th. I think this is at the time when Tef wasn't in the Discord, but I was like, oh, a collab composition with Tef would sound really cool, I said. And I said, as for the bullets for this original song, I wanted it to have vocal chants and shouts, vocal call and response, a sick, funky bass, and uplifting and inspiring. And I think I hit 2 out of the 4 there. Right? Because then where did it really come from? Then I started thinking about space and the theme of Hoshios and being the astrological club. And this was the first, this right here was the first sketch that I wrote. So. And that was it. That was the introduction that I wrote. And it was a collective of many different inspirations at the time, I believe. Specifically that of I think it was an Uma Musume song. Partially. But at the same time, I think I was also listening to a lot of Love Live music for some reason. And Love Live music is a banger, by the way. It's just amazing. And so around April is when I've been doing a lot of studying. I've been writing a lot of song sketches and a lot of exercises, like studying certain songs and just writing the harmony. And then I think I posted like, here's the overall thing after with chorus, right? Or sorry, a verse. This is like super brain rot progressions, right? It's just bo bo bo. It's just like 2 chords essentially, A flat. It was like, I think it was just like A flat and E flat. Just the 1-4 1-4. I'm pretty darn sure. So 2 chord camp, yeah, it was. And then, you know, you gotta change the energy over here. I tried just throwing a few like 2-5-1, right? Oh, a deceptive cadence, kind of continue the energy. But at this point, I'm just like, I'm out of ideas. So that was the whip. That was the whip. And then I just started, I think recruitment we started recruiting, we got Tef on board, and then I fleshed out. I wonder if I have any of the old MuseScore files potentially. I might not, but I want to see. Cause oh, I have some whips. But they're all around June is when I really kicked into gear for writing this song. Right. So I think for instead of talking about the history, I'll talk about now what we did with it and talk about the composition right now, because as you notice, there's a lot slower. It's a lot slower in the original in that whip, and that is a huge thanks to Tef for basically changing the energy of the song to be from like what I think was like 165 BPM or 150 BPM to like 185, and it was that's what launched the momentum of the song. Just changing the tempo of the song really brought it into the light of like brought the energy to the song. So the song's called Nebula. The genre of it, originally we were gonna try to do like anime style, but then it really became like an anti-song idol J-rock. So the key is in E flat major. It is 175 at the intro, which is like the slow rallentando. Like it's a little slower. Then it picks up another 10 BPM to 185. And I wrote here. I like to try to write little motifs, because this was one of the rare instances where I was like, I'm gonna think of a word, and I thought of the word nebula. I just thought like the word was cool first, and then I started thinking more about it and the definition of a nebula actually. But I like to write for themes to like keep like to be like my north star while I sketch. It's like I wrote this little sentence. I wrote reignite ambition hand in hand with friends. You are no longer a lone star. Right? That was at least the best way that I can encapsulate the feelings I had when I was sketching at the start. So, are you guys ever gonna put up the instrumental for people to cover? Absolutely, yes. That will come out when I might clean up a couple things, but I'll talk about that later, maybe. So, instrumentation of this song, right? Am I sharing MuseScore right now? I am. So the song is 6 vocalists for all of the members of Hoshios. That is 2 barytenors, 2 altos, 1 alto soprano, and 1 soprano. At least that was the intended vocal arrangement or vocal range for. So there would be 2 guitars, rhythm lead, a bass guitar, and drums. I wanted there to be a celesta, but I replaced the celesta with a glockenspiel. And then you can't have idle J-rock without like those strings. And then of course piano. Oh, and the strings is like a typical string. Would be a string was it chamber strings, I believe. So that would be 2 violins, 1 viola, violoncello, and a contrabass. For some extra percussion instruments, these came after the whole song was finished. I added in the glockenspiel, handbells, triangle, wind chimes, vibraphone, and some synthesizers. So, yeah, that is the instrumentation of it. I think, oh, I did, yeah. So I even actually, I'm not even sure if I'm not even sure if I should like play these in case that it's copyrighted, but maybe I could play snippets of it. I said I got a lot of melodic inspiration from Uma Musume, and the intro of the song of Miss Victoria. Actually, if I just play this part, just play the if I just play the intro part here, will it play? Or is it? Oh, of course it's of course MuseScore is breaking, right? I love it when MuseScore breaks. But the intro melody of the da 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 da, right? I'm gonna fix MuseScore in a bit, but it was basically all those jumps of like sixths and stuff, intervals of sixths. Sonagy told me that if you ever just want to make a very very anime or very emotional melody, play around with those kind of leaps. And I just loved like the melody of Miss Victoria right at the start. I'm just gonna play it really really quick. And that's it. Hold on, I gotta make sure, see what's going on with my. Okay, I think I just need to turn it off and on again. Yeah, I have notes written down, so I'm just gonna start following the notes, or else I think I'm gonna be like super scatterbrained throughout this entire thing. So, yeah, Miss Victoria. Let me quickly just close this in case. Oh, I have too many things on the screen. I gotta close it and reopen it up. MuseScore is just finicky like that. It likes to be challenging to use. Any questions so far while I restart all this stuff so far? Yeah, working overtime. I'll take questions while everything's loading back up. Or comments. Ba-ba-ba. Okay. Play something? How excited am I for round 2? I am so excited. Oh, hey Starry, hello. You've been super organized and easy to follow so far. Enjoying the stream. Thanks. Thank you. We send in a club application by alias. Appreciate it. Oh my god. Yeah, the aesthetic of. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Boop. All right, let me turn this down a bit more so we just have background noise. Okay. A melody, right? Oh, I sketch everything in with like the sine synth, so that's the intro melody. I think this might have been one of the rare moments where I actually wrote this melody down first. I think originally I had like da 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 da, but I opted for the kind of da 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 da, you know, kind of rhythm instead. So I wrote down. It's a good thing I actually wrote down my notes for the intro, because I think you guys are gonna like this. Right. So let's look at the chord progressions. Because I actually usually for most of my sketches, I actually always start with the harmony. Oddly enough, I think that's why that's me talking. That's me blah, 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 me going back to that restrictions create creativity, or that seems to work for me pretty well. So I laid down. I think I laid down a very basic harmony here. It's Royal Road. We got again, we're in the key of E flat. We got I'm gonna oh yeah, my chords. Look at these chords. There you go. Yeah, good old Royal Road. We got the 4 to the 5 to the 3 to the minor 6, minor 3 to the minor 6. And when I talk about these numbers, for people that don't know, it's they're called Nashville. I mean, they're colloquially called Nashville numbers, but it's just the degree of the scale, right? So we're starting, here's the 4, here's the 5, the minor 3, here's the minor 6, and here's the 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 big chord that makes everyone go, whoa, what's that? Kind of. But it's special, but not too special, but it is special, I think. It's a chord substitution. Instead of going back to like the 4, we're going, I put in essentially, by technically, the flat 7, a flat 7 major chord, right? But it's just I'm just again just spewing words, I guess. Normally, if you know, this is a little music theory thing, right? If you want to play the 7th chord, if you play a chord made from the 7th degree of E flat, that would just be, usually it's in major key, it would be E half diminished. No, D half diminished, right? But I want it to be spicy. I want it to be special. And to me, this progression here from the 3 to the minor 6 to this flat 7 major is like really, it's really like dramatic. I thought when I wrote down these chords, I thought it was like really cool and dramatic. I love that sound. Originally, I think originally it was just, I just wrote, I didn't have these extensions on, so it was just D flat, I think, right? So when I was sketching it, I'm pretty sure I just had D flat, which sounded really cool too. I liked that sound a lot, right? So it's still really dramatic. This, whoa, to me, it's kind of like, the feeling that it presented was like a question mark, right? It was like a very dramatic question mark to me when I heard this chord substitution, right? It was maybe a little nebulous, right? A little nebulous, a little like huh, what's that? And to make it even more grand, it's just this huge vocal stack, you know, adding this enormous vocal stack where everyone sings, all the vocalists are essentially singing the cool notes of the D flat major 13. So let me take another nerdy step back. Whenever you see like these notes, you see these scary numbers, all it really is just counting. It's just counting chords, counting more notes. There are note extensions on top of the chord. I can just do this, I think. Tools, realize chord symbol. I'm just gonna do the literal. Bam. Whoa, that's scary. Right? Not really. Wait. Hello, control. We're just gonna remove that. Ah, it's a lot of notes, right? Here's the D. La. There's our D flat, but there's a 7. There's the 7 up there. There's the. I'm just gonna start stacking it back up. Hold on. I'm just gonna start stacking these back up so that it looks like one big old chord. This is essentially what this is essentially what everyone is saying, except for this note. Okay? We leave out super hyper meta mega mixed Lydian chord. Yeah! It's kind of like, I even wrote this note down. It's kind of like a super duper tonic, almost. Sort of. Anyways, we had I deleted our D flat. Oh, this is. Oh, spooky. That's not right. So here we got 1, 2, 3. Our good old D flat major. Here's the 7, which is like just the C natural. Here's the 9. We leave out the G flat because it clashes with the F. in jazz theory, when you're writing chords or you're making stuff, that I follow this a lot when I'm just noodling around and figuring out voicings. If you want things to be like, if you want to follow like a jazz rule, not really, it's not a rule, okay? It's just the fact is, when you make a chord, what are the most important notes in a chord? The 3 and the 7. These are these are like the most important chords, most important note besides the root, that basically give a chord its character, right? So the 11 over here clashes with the 3, so we just omit that. If you look in the vocal stack, we got that's what we got. I think I had like Ida sing the 3, but then I had Cloudy sing the 13. But what's that? No, I think it's the 11. Wait, no, yeah, the 13. This is the 13. That's a D. Yeah, that's the 13. But wait, what's that? What note is that? The 13. The 13 is just a B flat. What? No way. What's the next chord we're singing? What's the next chord we land on? Whoa, a B flat 7 plus 4. But here's the coolest thing about this chord. It's the enormous chord stack, right? That 9 and that 13, the 9 and 13, those are diatonic to E flat, our root key. You know? Isn't that cool? It's like it's E flat and B flat right there. Right there. They're in the chord. They're just extensions. They're part of the extensions of D flat major. So cool. I think that's like nerdy wise, that's why this works so well, right? This enormous stack. I'm gonna remove these. Oh, MuseScore, please. Right. Alright, I spent way too long talking about this really cool chord. We have so much stuff to go through, I guess. Okay. I love using sus chords. I like to extend. I use them to create more drama, essentially, and it just works perfectly in this kind of setting, where all the vocalists are unison on our Nebula. Again, look it. It's that sixths, that intervals of sixths. Very emotional. Encapsulation for you jazz nerds. Yippee! Encapsulation, yeah. Anyways, this is our introduction, our first introduction of the root key, right? We land right at home and it feels great, right? Whoa, those are some stuff. Oh right, I have to turn all my Muse sounds back. Any questions so far? Voice leading, yeah, voice leading. Any questions so far? No, I don't have my cool sound fonts on, man. Oh well. That's too bad. Major 6 makes me think of Leia's theme. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, Star Wars is gonna have a lot of influence in a second, actually. I'm actually just gonna change everything to like Muse strings really quick. Cause I don't. Maybe I could share it later, but believe it or not, the strings in the original song. Okay, the strings in the original song the song production are actually from MuseScore. Oh, there's a guitar? Okay, I'm gonna look up. What was it like writing the guitar knowing you're not a guitarist yourself? Okay, that's a really good question, actually. Because I definitely didn't write. I wrote a guitar part that I thought would give motion to the work in progress, but I already knew that Tef is gonna guitar people are gonna do guitar things, right? They're gonna make it way better than whatever I wrote. But all I needed to do was write in the idea and to sort of influence the Tef's developed idea, I think. That's what I was thinking about. And I did write a guitar part. So let me see. Sorry, I obviously can't do like two things at once, I guess. Because I have tried to write I've tried writing a guitar part and I'm like, please play exactly this. And luckily I had Andrew to do that and also tell me like, you know, that's not possible, or it's better if you do this, you know. So give me a second. My brain is still just computing. That's a viola. I wanted to play the I know we're still just on the intro. I apologize. I don't want to like keep everyone here forever. But I can just gush and gush about the things that the decisions that I've made in this song, and the decisions that we all also collectively did as well. So this is a bass, I think, right? Contrabass. The strings are pretty. I accidentally chose the solo. So there we go. Muse score strings sound good, you know. I think I can pause that really quick. This is my very first time like really focusing on a string arrangement, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. All right. Remember this E flat sharp 5, or just an augmented chord, right? Remember that. I did purposely choose to go like it works a very small inner voice movement, right? But I believe, I mean, I'm looking at it in retrospect right now. Doing so kind of introduces the listener to this sound, right? This what is this sound? We already heard this really like crazy chord, right? We already hear, and then we hear some sus chords, but then there's like a really sneaky moment where this E flat sharp 5 occurs in the instrumental, right? And I think it's like big D flat there, E flat. I guess you don't really get much of a time to absorb it, actually. Now that I say that. Okay, ignore everything I just said. Just know that this chord will be important later. All right, let's move on to the where everything comes in, you know. Okay, so this line right here, this used to be the guitar line, right? This was the guitar line I wrote, but I just moved it to piano, right? Lots of cool motion, you know? Yep. So that's how I wrote the guitar part, the lead guitar. And then for the rhythm guitar, I just have it chugging, you know? I think I just have it turned. I have it turned off, obviously. Is this it? Did you know that MuseScore has muted string sounds? Yeah, it does. Yeah, so I'm just doing power chords, with the exception of a couple other things, right? Power chords. That's all. I just wrote power chords, and then Tef turns it into a cooler chord, you know. But most of the time, I think J-Rock is pretty much power chords. Unless you get into some of the idle stuff, then they're starting to use some jazz stuff. So, yeah, progression pretty straightforward. I'm going for an ascending kind of pattern, right, from the 4. I figure that's a good way to build energy, right, after we just landed on this really big big home chord. And now we need to build up energy, and when all the instruments come in, I figure that this is like that big part, you know. Lots of motion and energy. And then we hit, this was like my favorite part of the song, is landing on the 1 for like four measures. How do you make it interesting? Well, you just add some sus chords. I did a E flat, E sus4, and then the most important chord of the entire song, E flat sharp 5 add 9. What the hell did I just say? That sounds so alien to me, Zal. What? You and your jazz, what is that? What is that? Why would you say E flat sharp 5 add 9? Why would you add such a weird chord to this song? Sorry, I'm just adding dialogue in here and trying to, never mind. It's really just an augmented chord with an add 9, but really you can also look at it as just an E flat sus 2 if you wanted to, right? Cuz it's essentially playing the same role as the sus 2, right? Because I really wanted the inner movement of this chord. I wanted the root pounding. I wanted it to be pounding home the home chord, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, without moving, but everything moving on top, and it sounds super cool, I think, you know. But this inner movement, the da 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 da, I think it's just super. It's very amen-ish almost, but it's not really, right? But the reason why I actually almost composed the entire song based on this chord, landing on this chord, right? Because I watched the Charles Cornell video about a space chord, and the space chord, apparently the quintessential space chord is anything sharp 5, major sharp 5. And I'm like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make a major sharp 5, and then you just add any spice notes to embellish it and make it sound pretty, you know. So that Charles Cornell video, I wonder if I have the video.
I want to know what.
There it is. I'm just gonna link it, and then you can guys can watch it later. The space chord, good video, great video. This video almost influenced. It inspired me, gave me all the inspiration I needed to write the sketch. Essentially, it was this video, partially this video, and all the other songs that I've listened to. Progressions like this. That's the piano. I think I have like, oh, I can play the lead. Wait, you know what's you know what's funny is to like turn on the the lead sound. Funny. Strings are doing this. Or drums are doing bass and drums. I love playing around with like cut time so much. It's a perfect time to do it, you know. A little hey back callback to, like, you know, those kind of like metal anthem ballad songs, you know, ish. J-rock. Strings. Pretty stuff. Strings. It's all in the strings. The strings are responsible for leading that sharp 5 there. That is the most important note of the entire song. Sharp 5. There's a bunch of other pretty things. Vibraphone and stuff. Okay, let's move into the verse. I think you guys are gonna like this. Okay, So remember the original whip that I played? Remember when we were just talking about, you know, always we'll just do 2 chords, right? I didn't like that, and I changed it, right? So originally we had like, where is it? Right here. Oh, over here. Sorry. Right, our 2 chords. Yeah, it's kind of I thought like it would still work. It absolutely would have, but I wanted more movement. So, what did I do? I went and stole something. I stole an idea. You want to know which idea it was that I stole? I'll play it right now.
だって僕は星だから
Yeah. More specifically, the verse of it. Here's the chord progression of our verse. We got A flat major 9, flat major 7. Descending. It's just descending. Right? It's just descending. What's in Stellar Stellar?
きっと君はもう気づいていた僕の心の奥で書いた
Minor, the 3, the 2, 1, 4, 1, but it's inverted. It's an inversion, you know? It's an inversion so that we're just descending. Whoa. Yeah, you could literally layer Stellar Stellar melody and it will sound really good. It will sound perfectly fine. So, yeah, whenever you need inspiration, just if you like a song, they did something cool, just take it, steal it. I just stole the chord progression. No one owns chord progressions, so that's this part here. Some good old call and response, right? I added as one of the check marks. I needed to have a call and response, so that's that. It's there. So I just do that 2 times, right? Repeat it again. Ooh, scary. Rin did top line. Yes, I won't. That's a good. Let's talk about the top line. Because my original top line idea was really weird. I think for me, I went through like 5 whips of top line ideas for the verse, and none of them stuck. Rin came in clutch with like basically hashing out the top line. And she paid such careful attention to, you know, the rhythm and making it I think probably it's for the song the most memorable a very memorable melody, you know, the most memorable melody for the song. Hitting rhythmically, landing right on beat 2, it's great, you know. There were some things that I added in some old whips, right? But this is the part where, you know, I wanted this song to be a collaborative effort because I wrote a melody, and then we listened to it, we wanted to improve on it, and then, you know, then Rin takes the melody, bits of it, and ideas from like the sketch, like the work in progress I did, turns it into her own, and then we talk about it, and then we're like, this is good. How will we change this? And then, you know, I think this is it's the best iteration of the top of like the melody top line here, you know. And like Rin's the goat. Rin should should give herself more credit for sure. You know, so great stuff with this melody line. I think, you know, lots of I call that the weeblick. I mean, that's like one of my that's just also one of my favorite favorite things to do in an anime song. Da 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 da. You know, it's such a memorable line that people use in anime. It's all over anime music, I think, and stuff. That kind of figure, you know. It's repetition legitimizes, you know. Do a little copy and paste. I like this part. A little bit of a what's that? The flat six, right? Gotta have the flat six in an anime song. But in this case, we actually added it to the melody. So sure, there's this really scary chord. To be honest, I probably wouldn't even look at it as this alt chord. I think it can just be simplified. I think I'm just overcomplicating it for purposes, but it sounds cool. Voice leads nicely. I'm sure that could be, I think that could be interpreted as something else. Again, this is just the stream of mind when I was like, I want to make it a fancier sus chord. And I'm pretty sure it's just a overly complicated sus chord, right? Moving into the pre-chorus, I mentioned that I needed a lot of help in the pre-chorus. So Tef and Rin came clutch for this. What top line did I do? We're talking about, like, honestly, the verse and the pre-chorus. Like, I was just talking about how, you know, I wrote down and sketched some ideas for the top line, right? And you gave honest feedback. You went and modified it, and we basically bounced the ideas back and forth. And it where it is right now is like the best iteration of the top line for the verse. You know, it's beautiful. I love it. I love it. Rin's the goat. Yeah. Rin's the goat. Oh, Stelly. Hello, Stelly. Hello. This was a fun part. I did write this top line part, right? Just the rhythm. I think it was a different melody or something, but the rhythm of it, I know, like, I wanted to keep for sure. Like, when I wrote just the rhythm of this part. Classic anime stuff. This, like, cool little turnaround thing this cool, like, again, we're introducing the D flat again, and Rin added this in. I remember that sounded so cool. That's so good. And then we have this big old call and response part here, right? Oh. The signs are like freaking out. Like my sign synths are freaking out when there's so many voices here. I wrote the harmony underneath it, right? And that was fun. A lot of it is following the chord progression of the song, right? So when Rin finalized or like said like I want the, or gave the pre-chorus top line, I liked it a lot. I think we all liked it a lot, and then I went and changed the chord progression to match it. So we're just going with starting on the 3 to the 4 2 5 1. Ooh, yummy Blackadder chord. Blackadder, and then here we have our Royal Road again. And here's that D flat major again, but I do a sharpened 11. We bring back the G. We actually include the G this time, and it's yummy. I don't know actually if anyone's singing. Actually, I don't know if anyone's actually singing the G. Honestly, this is probably an old mark, but it sounds cool. Yeah. lots of tension and release, you know. This entire the entire section here is just all about building tension, and in the most organic way. And it's, though I get the reason why I could have all these really funky or cool harmony things underneath the melody is, well, because the melody is so banger. Like the top line is really good, you know. That's probably the most important thing to do if I'm gonna do all these fancy harmonies, you know. I think that's like the coolest thing about idol music. It's like, it's these super genki, bright and shiny melodies, right? About like that have so much like hope and motion to it, and then underneath it are like some of the most slickest, coolest jazz like chords you'll ever hear in like a pop song, and it's just a perfect symphony of like emotions to me. You know, it's so cool. I think most people in the West, like in our sphere of the Earth, won't really notice it, I'd say. Or if they hear it, the first thing that they'll think about is it's like jazz or something, or it sounds vaguely anime, you know. And I think I'm not a ethnomusicologist or anything, right? But jazz is very well picked up in Japan, okay, and the harmony of it is as well, right? And a lot of the songs of a lot of J-pop songs too. So, you know, I think one of the best, it was an interview, a jazz interview with, I can't remember if it was Roy Hargrove or not, who mentioned that I think the question was like, why is jazz so complex, or like why is it have so much, like, yeah, why is it so complex? And I think to summarize the answer as best I could without disrespecting the interviewer, it's there's a lot of complex emotions that the jazz musicians of the era had, right? So to them, they needed more than just a doo-wop chorus, you know, a doo-wop chord. So with a lot to speak and a lot to tell, that's where they were able to express themselves in jazz. Anyways, idol music. So that's the pre-chorus. I gotta thank like Rin, Tef, honestly, no, everybody, like Ida, Shoyun as well. It's like it's all a collective effort to have got this far. So let's go into the chorus, where we reiterate the intro, you know. So this is essentially the intro, right? Lots of great stuff. This call and response back and forth is, I think, my favorite part of the entire song. I love call and response, and there's even like some small little call and responses like kind of happening with the vocals and strings, right? So though we have here like the vocals, right? There's a response, but like I wrote, it's like the vocals are responding with the instrumental here too. So we got like the strings to the ba ba, right? So strings respond to the vocals, and then it keeps going. Like the path we're taking, and then a response there. It's so much fun. I love call and response. It's the best thing about it's one of my favorite things, right? Harmonically for this, originally I just copied the intro, and I was very, very stuck on this idea of doing going back to A flat, the 4, right? really stuck on going back to the 4, but I wanted it to be an inversion with the E flat on the bottom so that it still be a descending bass line. And it would have sounded like this, the chords, right? Right. And it sounds, now that I look at that in retrospect, right? And this was Tef's decision, like, and because Tef said to just do just a good old, E flat, I think I had an E flat major 7, right? And originally, I didn't really think about that because at first in my head, take your time. Okay, take your time for the comp. Just ping me when you're ready. Okay, sounds good. I don't have to. I'm probably gonna be almost done. I'm gonna talk about the chorus here a little bit, and then I'm gonna go to the bridge, and then because everything else is mostly repetitive, so I'm almost done. And then we can talk about the lyrics. Yeah. So like Tef mentioned, it'll just be more straightforward, and it'll just be more straightforward to do land on that E flat, land on the tonic chord. And I was like, I remember I tried pushing back a little bit because at the time I was like, oh, I want to delay. I'm doing my best to delay the home chord, right, as much as I can. And going from even though the A flat major 9, A flat over an E flat, it's not really a home chord, right? It's the subdominant. I think that's the music theory term. I like to call it was like a pseudo, when I did that inversion of over the E flat, it's like a pseudo home, right? And as I look back at it now, I've learned a lot from this song, and I think I was just trying to be too tricky, right? It would have been way too tricky to like do an A flat major 9 over E flat. Tef did a great job convincing me there, so thank you, Tef. And it sounds great, and that's when I realized that like this entire progression that I'm doing, it's just a Pachelbel's canon, and it's basically it's like an iteration of Pachelbel's canon, the anime Pachelbel canon. So I love it. It works super well. The entire song we were ascending, right? And then, the verses is where we first introduced the descending motion, right? And in this chorus, the harmony is essentially descending, but the melody is ascending. So we got this what's it called? Contrary motion, right? I think that's what it's called for more music theory people. The da 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 da, while chords go down, da 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 da. It's like it's satisfying. I think that's an example seen all over like Beethoven classical music too, right? It's contrary motion. All the while this like really cool, I mean, it's in the background. We got like just this moving back and forth. But honestly, where the real energy is coming from in the chorus here is Tef's guitar part. Going is like the da 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 da. It's like that's like that is the it's so exciting. It's so, when I first heard those guitar parts, they're just so good. Zal guitar, yeah, my vocal guitar, right? But it's perfect. It sounds so good. One of my favorite parts in that was like I could pull, oh wait, I can just play it here, right? On. Yeah. So we're over here. Da 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 da. The gales again. I think this chord here, this like roar, like so. Oh, it's so cool. I honestly, I'll show you some more of the sheet music, and we'll maybe go to the Reaper project actually, because that's where all the real stems are. Or maybe I should just open it while. I just hope it doesn't crash. Yes, Tef's guitar part is just, oh my god, it's so good. I love it. I think one of the coolest parts is when, well, the things that I liked a lot is when he goes back to that like da 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 da. Super cool, because like then it's almost like, because I brought that part, I wrote that part originally for the guitars, but like it's just a draft, it's just the idea, and then when he brings it back is super cool, because then the piano. It's like the piano's playing that da 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 throughout the entire time. So then when it's like as if as the piano's playing it, it's almost as if the guitarist hops on with the piano on this like momentum train of stuff, and super cool. I know I might be losing people's attention, but that's okay. I just love to yap. I just hope it's making some sense actually. It's like, I'm not a music theory like lord, or I'm nothing, it's not special or anything. I just am an enthusiast, and maybe I like observing patterns a lot. That's the coder nerd brain in my head, I guess. Anybody have any comments, questions so far? Don't expose your raws. They're not raws. They're like, I mixed them. Can I show them, Tef? Tef, can I show them the instrumental? Is that okay? Gotta make sure all my hardware is turned off, or else we'll really be in trouble. Okay. Zalia. Okay. See. I want to make sure it's not too loud first. Hold on. I'm gonna turn it way down. Make sure. Let me see if it's coming through. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Okay. I think that's the mix. Wait, is this everything? Yeah, I think it's everything. Okay. All right. Let me just talk about really quickly some my favorite parts of the chorus. Originally, this chorus was like, I think, gonna be 8 bars. I think now it's like 16. So that's 8. That's 8. It's 24. 3 phrases. 3 phrases of 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, and then that one, and then yeah, then this big ascending thing. Yeah, it's 3 phrases of 8 bars, and then we use this big old the big E flat again. I introduced the E flat on the 1 for 4 bars to transition us. It's a little bit of an odd meter, but odd number of measures, but doesn't matter because it dramatically ends in a nice, I think, a nice and satisfying way. Some other things I like a lot. I think I stole this idea straight from Japari Park. Because I really wanted to add that, like, what was the really dramatic, half diminished sound, Like I realized, I know I'll know I'm talking about it as like a music theory term, but it's a very, very common thing in J-pop, I believe. I remember I was listening to some one of Tef's originals. I think it's Tef's latest original that he did with Rin, and I heard the same exact figure in it. So it's super popular way to, I think it's a super popular way to sort of let the listener know that we're transitioning to another part of the course, you know, or the story is continuing, kind of thing. This sharp 4, but no, it's like it's the diminished 4 to the major 4, or you can call it, I guess, the flat minor diminished, whatever. Yeah, B minor 7 flat 5, and then we ascend. Some little chromaticism, you know, little chromatic movement. Oh, Ying! Oh, Ying, hello! Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. We can always do more half diminished. I know. Ever since I think it was Oster Project's video. Here, I'll link it right now because I love the video so much. Oster Project. This is actually how I learned about it, because Oster Project just did such a good job explaining it on. Thanks for sharing your composition thoughts. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying my yap about this. So, okay, I'm gonna get the. Oh, okay, that's Oster Project, but this one, where is it? It is over here. No, it's not here. It is over this one. Yeah, this one. Okay. Love this video. Love this video. I've been looking at the damn B flat extension chord from the earlier for so long. I figured out what's going on. The D flat, right? The D flat major 13. Oh yeah, I was going over earlier the very very dramatic chord that I was playing. Oh, are you talking about like that really weird B flat this one the funny alt chord that I added even though I don't really need to add it in? Oh yeah. No 3. Okay. Talk about all that yummy tension. I'm pretty sure, again, I think I overcomplicated. So so lazy musician friend, if there's probably a better way to look at it or interpret it, I bet, right? Yeah. Oh, I forgot to almost mention before we move over to the production, right? This entire idea of like the strings, super. This is like just quintessential idol music stuff, you know. I'm very happy with like the string arrangement right here. I think I did a good job voicing all these strings, you know. It's satisfying to listen to. So like, you know, I have things holding notes, this da 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 da, right? Na 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 na. And like while the entire harmony is supposed to be going down, the bass is going down, vocals go up, but the strings are going na 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 na. So we got a little bit of middle voice and some more of that delicious motion, right? And of course, the part of the production, you gotta have tubular bell. You have to have the tubular bell in the song, in the music. That's just whenever when I was thinking about adding that, like I'm just like, this is Love Live. It's like I'm playing Love Live on my mobile phone again, you know. These chimes, although it's like it would sound better if I had my sound fonts on, but I'll show you guys in a bit what it was. Over here, they're just descending. Super idle core, idle music. It's used everywhere. The more cool things. Oh, at that really my favorite part there, that break with the half diminished chords, right? The strings here. That like da 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 da. I'm pretty darn sure I just stole that from Japari Park. So got a little quote in there ish. I remember I remember when I made a whip of the top line of the of this part, this sort of section B, and I'm pretty sure I just straight up quoted Japari Park, and thank God Rin thank God that Rin stopped me from doing that and suggested something way better. Else we would have had like a Japari Park quote, like Japari Park melody in there. Okay, big old things here, right? Make our mark, hear our heart, finding the spark. Awesome lyrics. We'll talk about the lyrics in a bit when with Ida, right? And big old home chord again. There's that E flat sharp 5 add 9, the most important chord in the song to me. It's the space chord, which I hope people caught on. Yeah. And then repetition legitimizes. We go back to the verse, and yeah. Oh, and I will talk about really quickly the bridge, because at first I had some wacky ideas for the bridge. I'll play you one of the ideas that I wrote. I'm pretty certain it's just called bridge idea. Somewhere here, somewhere there. Bridge idea. Okay, no, I'm just gonna scroll up in the Discord. I'm glad that I completely rewrote it because I had this idea of going into like a march for a second, and it sounded it's somewhere here. It's gonna be weird. Like, modulate. Modulate again. Yeah, that would have been I think that would have been a little too hard. A little too hard to implement, honestly. So, what I decided to do, music theory goes crazy. Yeah, it's too it was too complicated. Maybe for a different song. In this case, for the bridge here, I actually copied Hoshi no Ida. I copied the progression from Hoshi no Ida and the kind of that energy. So over, are we close to the end? Okay, no, we're over here. Where is it? Yep, here's the break. Over here. It's only you and me. Good. This is a good opportunity. Oh, I looked this up. I remember when I was writing the bridge, I looked up videos all over the place, like how to write a bridge, right? And one of the videos or one of the tips was like, if you have never gone to the minor mode, the minor 6 in the song yet, you could potentially use that as the bridge. And luckily, at first I was like, oh no, we already did go to the minor mode, sort of, right? But we didn't. In the pre-chorus, we landed on the 3 here, You know, we went to the 3. So the sound of the pre-chorus does not make the bridge stale. So this is our very first time in the entire song going to like the minor mode in a way. So I did write this piano part, so and then Royal Road. Here's the cool chords. To be honest, I think that's honestly a bet. This right here might be the better representation instead of calling it a D flat, a B flat, no 3 sharp 9 or something. I think this is what this was the wicked chord. But isn't that cool? Doesn't that sound so cool? I'm proud of this. So much tension, it's so dramatic. It's so dramatic, essentially. Okay. That's all I want to show from the sheet music. Let me quickly go to the production stuff. Production elements. Hope everyone's keeping up with me. Why don't keeping up with me? I'm like zoom. You can see like my anyways, I'm bobbing a lot. Reaper. Here we are in good old Reaper. So my method of this kind of production, I actually exported all of the string sounds from MuseScore and just used that. But I used very specific sounds from MuseScore to make it sound good. Everything except, actually, I think everything is from that. And then I used for my piano, I used Modart's Piano Tech. Modart Piano Tech is what I use. That. Here, I'll play the strings again. Like so if we were playing the Muse Sounds stuff earlier, this is the Spitfire sound pack made for MuseScore, actually. Oh, it's like really soft. I can bump it up. Okay. Is this audible? Not very. I gotta turn on my... Good. That's okay. Very pretty strings. I was really impressed with the quality of these strings, so I have a good amount of filters on them right now because I needed to mix them, so they sound so nice. These okay, let's go to the guitar because that's the coolest part. Tef's guitar part is so good. Thanks. The strings, yeah. Oh, so they're actually not, they're not the default plugin strings. They are from a different music pack. Like with this guitar stuff. Guitars just go so good. I didn't realize that until earlier, like the way that he's moving around these chords. On. That's so good. That's so good. The chugging, and then this line right here, the da 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 da. It's I absolutely love it. It's so good. Tef, if you're wherever you are right now, I need to get you like a drink or something. You're such an amazing guitarist. You have so much intuition with music. Never stop, man. I want to work with you so much more now. Like, I know that a lot of the at the start we were kind of like trying to find a way to communicate with each other, right? Because like the guitars are actually so mind-blowing. I know, right? At the start of when we were working together, right? Because Tef was basically like composition assistance, and then I wanted him obviously to do the guitars and produce the drums and the bass, right? Because I figured that'd be the best way to delegate it, because he's super experienced with that sound, and I love his original music. Like he's amazing. I know that at the start, then this is just a good learning point for me, is how to communicate ideas without also honestly the need to rely on music theory, because a lot of my sketching kind of comes from a very very technical side in a way, or it can seem technical. So I'm glad that we were able to find like the best outcome for sure. So yeah. See, the guitar solo goes crazy. I'm so glad you were able to I know you said it was challenging and really hard to do, because I gave you some effed up chords. Honestly, earlier, Tef, I was just talking about in the pre-chorus that like really really scary chord earlier, you know, that like progression that I wrote or something like that. Where's the piano? This one right there. But you chose like the best stuff for it, man. It's so good. Super emotional solo, nothing like super overly complicated. It's just singing and soaring, you know. It's like that's the rhythm guitar. The solo's right here, and I mixed it with all delicious reverb and delay. Oh, it's so good. I'll play. I don't. Yeah, I'll play the stuff that leads up to it, because I know we have all their vocals and stuff. I'll play up from the verse actually, because it was Tef's idea to make the second verse really open, and like it was such a awesome idea to bring down the energy of the song to like back to the verse. You know, and then when we wrote the lyrics for the second verse, it just worked so perfectly well. It just all came together so well. Let's see, where are we? Okay, that's like almost there. I'm gonna mute all the synth V stuff, because those are just placeholders that I wrote for a while ago. Where are all those synth V stuff? There you go. Okay, that's the chorus. So here. Super nice and open. So I had to write a piano part that would match the energy, you know. Little cute little piano chime stuff. Strings come in. Tef is chugging. Halftime feel. And here we go. So satisfying. So satisfying. Ah. Oh, you're kind of behind on the stream? Oh, I had a lot of fun with the song. I'm glad we were able to find good middle ground between our two approaches. Yeah. I am so excited for round 2, Tef. You just tell me what I need to do. Okay? And I will do my best to follow and learn, honestly. There's a lot, again, there's a lot for me to learn here still. I am not a producer by no means. I approach a lot of things from a ranger brain, I'd say. But I'm glad I have the support of everyone here, you know, everyone in Hoshios. I'm honestly really glad I have I'm really glad you guys did trust me with this with the song, you know. At first I thought I was really scared that I was gonna meet expectation. So definitely gave me some effed up chords for sure. Yeah, that hits. Yeah, that goes so hard. It does. Definitely really happy with this. A lot of the mixing stuff was with a lot of fun, little bit of a challenge. But I think I got the bass and the kick drum tamed enough. So, all right, cool little ending. All right, I think we should do we want to start talking about the lyrics a little bit, actually, Ida? I think that would be a really nice time to transition there. How long we been? We've been an hour. Oh my god, I've been yapping for an hour 40 minutes so far. I hope that was interesting. If you guys have any questions about it, or like things that you want to know about more, if you guys just want the MIDI chord chart or whatever, just hit me up, like message me, you know where to find me on Discord. So I'd be more than happy to sort of share like the things that I've done with a song, or you know, I can maybe if you're interested, I could or if you're a close friend and I trust you, I could share you the score maybe. So for anyone that might want to look at sheet music. And I know we've said that we will release the instrumental soon. Okay, I think personally I would like to release it a little bit after the release still. If we can get Hoshios to 100 subscribers and we can get 1,000 views on the video, that would make me really excited to release the instrumental. I think I'll go and fix up all of the stems so that anybody that wants to sing it in a different key, they can. I'll provide all the vocal guides. Well, Hoshios is gonna keep our vocal guides to ourselves, but I'll share my vocal synth guides for anyone that is interested. They're older, but you know, that's if anyone's interested. I think the Hoshios harmony guide should be proprietary information personally, because Ida did such an amazing job on it, you know. So personally, that's I guess that could be Ida's decision too. Subscribe, yeah. Subscribe. I am streaming on the Hoshios channel too, so yeah. But if we can get those things, I will be more than happy to release it. Like, I want this to be I want people to hear it. Unfortunately, like right now, the YouTube algorithm is not being very kind to our song, because yes. Yeah, and all. Yeah, like YouTube's not being very kind to our original song at the moment, because I can't even look up our song easily. even if I do Hoshio's Nebula. So if you guys could, share it with a friend, share it with your family. No, I shared it with my dad. I shared it to my dad. I shared it to my brothers. I shared it to my family. They all really, really enjoyed it. So like, it's something I'm really, really proud of, and I want people to listen to it. I'm really, really happy that. I'm also really happy that people in the community really enjoy it too. If anything, to me, that's what matters the most, is that it's a song written for a lot of friends, and as long as you guys really enjoy it, that's what means the world to me. And as long as, like, especially that Hoshios enjoys it, like, I know personally, like, the way that like, honest feelings, the way that I feel about the song, it's like, it's really impactful. Oh, it's really, really special to me, but it's also like, I also recognize it as, it's not like the most important thing in the world or anything. It's not like groundbreaking or anything too. So like, I'm really humble. I guess I'm approaching it from a very humble perspective. I'm not trying to push it into people's faces. There are things about the song that are like, they worked really well, and there are things that were rough, I'd say, right? Rough. And then, like, for example, I think for me, the hardest part of the song actually was the top line, right? Because lyrics and top line are not my strongest suit, and thank God I had the help of Hoshios, right? Like with Ida, Shoyun, and Rin, because it was my first time trying to do top line too, But not to say, like, also it's like, because it was my first time, I didn't really know what to expect or how to approach getting criticized for it. So it was a very big learning moment for me, I'd say, right? So I'm glad that you guys stuck, and I hope I wasn't too annoying or too silent and things like that. So anyways, enough about me. Ida, do you want to hop in and we could talk about the lyrics actually? Yeah. Feel free to hop in at any time. So, I tried getting a chat open. I tried making a chat, but I don't have like the widgets to actually do anything with it. So maybe someday, maybe we'll have a more cooler things. All right, I'm gonna unmute now. Ida.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, I'm gonna just.
Am I live?
You are live. Do you want me to put a PNG of you on?
Yeah, or
I got
have
you.
the Fuji Tech.
Yep.
If you.
I got that too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I
Should
will.
just be the default.
Yeah. Hello. How was your evening so far?
It was good. I was eating dinner. I made rice, and
Heck yeah.
cleaned up, and I was just listening to you the whole time while I was.
You listen to my yap, so yeah.
Yeah.
I guess this is like my version of my yapping. So, all right. Do you want me to pull up the instrument or like the lyric sheet?
Oh,
Maybe?
yeah. I was thinking I could share my screen.
Yeah. And I can stream that then.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that. Is it
Give me 1 second.
Is it reacting?
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I copied your thing.
They hate me. They hate me real.
Ba.
Ba.
Oh, they can hear you, so that's
They can hear
that's
me.
the most
I'm
important
just
thing.
dark.
I don't know why it's not pinging.
Okay, wait.
Beep boop. Yeah, so Ida will help us go through some of the lyrics, because Ida helped immensely to this entire project. By the way, I'm just saying, give it up for our Hoshio's manager, everybody, and honestly keeping the entire project on track, and you know, rallying the artists, rallying the animators, keeping everybody focused on finishing this song. Honestly, thank you so much, Ida.
Thank you.
Clap, clap, clap.
It's always an experience organizing a CP
I know,
group.
it is, and I definitely don't help. I know the things that I'm not. Sometimes I have some bad communication moments, you know. So
It's okay. We all work together. We make it work.
Right.
Yeah.
do that.
Is it working?
Yes. Boop. All right, you're gonna have to like do a view and like blow it up if you can.
Okay, like make it bigger.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Wow. It's
Can-
so large on my screen.
It's perfect here on stream. So
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'll just start. Hi, my name is Ada. I am the organizer of Hoshio's, also a vocalist, and I helped write the lyrics for this. I'm super happy with how everything turned out. Like, I've been just watching the stream and hearing Zal talk about it and like how he was so passionate. You were talking about like the intro chord and I was like, holy, I did not know that much went into it.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, that's a pretty chord, yay!
well, like that intro chord really it first came organically, but it's one of those things when you look back at it, it's like, why did I do it? It's like it's kind of like a post analysis that I got nerdy, you know. But
I see.
I definitely wasn't thinking that complex until like I realized it's all by ear. It starts from like the ear first and then get nerdy after that.
Right.
So thank you. Like I think that's definitely the really big attention grabber for the song in the first, because you know how they say like the first 5 seconds are the most important way to capture attention. So I'm glad that we started with that.
For sure. Yeah, so I thought I would start with, I guess this is like a brainstorming document that we had. It's very interesting. I like literally did not write any of these parts. So I think this whole section here about like the 2 children travel in the sea, like this was written by Finn and like brainstormed from the visual team. So we sort of had this like idea going into the video what the story would be, and I actually think like this whole section about the 2 children traveling was based off of like Zal's idea about the nebula. And it was a lot of like back and forth. And once we had the whole visual story, I think Shoyun or Rin wrote this part.
Yeah.
Where it was talking about the verse. Remember when we pre-chorus feeling kind of lost now, but chorus take a closer look and it's Kira Kira. Has to make sense in retrospect. So it's actually interesting because I wasn't sure who would be writing the lyrics at first, because we were all sort of like, oh yeah, I can help and whatnot. But I think it ended up being that Rin was on vacation and Shoyun was also traveling. So like, I think Shoyun and Rin did like this base work of what this idea was, and then I sort of just took all of these ideas in general, and then I started writing the lyrics so we would have like at least a base of something to work off of. And then KCB lore, we had to add the lore in, of course. And so I remember, I think Zal, actually you wrote this first, right? The Far Beyond.
Because I know that the intro, I wanted the intro to, because I wrote the intro, that's like the very important idea we had to get out immediately. So I just wrote a sketch, like whenever I write lyrics, I kind of write them way too poetic. But the intended idea of the effect when I wrote these specific old lyrics, I wanted the sound of night, like the I, to match with the light, and then sky. But
yeah, and we kept it. I basically from this base, I sort of just like expanded on it. You can see like I did this and then Shoyun edited this, and we were not consistent with how how we did this. It was only this intro, but after that it was just like, okay,
yeah,
I don't know what this is. It's
wait, scroll up to that. Wait, that was I think that was I think that was Rin's, like just a draft idea potentially, right?
I see.
Your comment. Wait, smiles on face. Wait, scroll up a little bit more.
Oh,
So I'm just looking. Do you remember those days gazing at stars far beyond the light of night skies shine so
It's
dazzling?
funny. I was just like, I don't know who wrote this. It was just in the document. I was like, okay.
I think there was one thing that I did right. I can't remember what it was, but you can scroll down. Okay, you can continue.
Yeah. So basically, I just took all those initial ideas and I started writing them. So this was the first idea for the verse, and we kept a lot of it. It was a lot of like Rain was really good at editing, I think. So like I said back then, and then she changed it to back when, and I think that made more sense. And running around, we ran around, right? Like jumped in, we dared to try and take a chance on a leap. Like this part was mostly the same.
I gotta say, in the verse, my favorite line when you wrote there was the running around with a care or thought or guarantee. I thought that was like so nice. That's like your English translators brain just like going on 6 cylinders, right? Because you do English translator stuff, right? You've been doing it for a while, so right. You should tell people. You should tell people that. What else do you do? You're not just a VTuber anymore.
It's true. Like I would say my strong suit with lyric writing is just like flow and how like I really think about what is gonna be like that last syllable in the line and how it sounds like when it's sung. So I was definitely thinking about rhyming, and like a lot of it is near rhyming, like leap and see. Like you don't want your rhymes to be exactly the same.
Those are my favorite, honestly. I love near rhymes, so
yeah. Yes, and I think a lot of it does come from writing trans lyrics. That's why honestly this was like a struggle, because it was sort of starting from scratch, you know. It's like it was just a blank sheet. I was like, I don't but the ideas really helped. So like I based verse 1 off of exactly what was here. It was like, remember when I literally, this whole thing just inspired me. Okay, remember when we, so back then.
Yeah.
And that's literally all it came from.
That's so good. Yeah, we thank Shoyun for adding the like little bullets there. I'm pretty sure.
The little
I think
ideas.
It was Shoyun, right? Just like
I think so.
The quote, like little quotes, is like, oh, do this and this. Yes, it worked. It's perfect. You know, it's perfect when you get like the large, just like a large idea, or like at least a direction. I think it's more easier to say like it's like a direction. You know, so yeah.
For sure. Super helpful, the direction. And then the pre-chorus, oh my god, I remember we actually like edited this part, like this one line, like 20 times.
Yep.
It was crazy. I was like, so originally it was constantly falling and dodging and getting up past the enemies of time, and I liked the ending with the ing, but then it felt a little bit awkward, I think, when it was sung. And honestly, we ended up changing it. I had this like eureka moment. I was talking to Shoyun, and I had this eureka moment, just fighting the rivers and rapids along the way past the enemies of time.
It's such a perfectly visual way to. I'm glad that we came to that, because if you look back at I remember I started with though. I was like, there are some words that like when I've done like some translyric stuff, I'll try to avoid usually 3 words: though, then, and like I think it's like an A word or something like that. Just like filler words essentially. So yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, sometimes a filler word can be good, but not always.
No, I totally get it. Yeah.
And I think this works out, the fighting the rivers and rapids, because like we had imagery in the video with a boat, and like they were literally sailing.
Yeah.
And the past the enemies of time, for me, that was like when, you know how like time passes, you can't escape time passing. Like we want to remember the past, but time will keep moving on. And that's where I was coming from when I thought of enemies of time. So
that's okay. That makes so much more sense. I just had like one of those like and the hairs on my neck stands go up. Realization, like, oh,
Yeah, sort of like a theoretical
yeah.
time. And then didn't matter what the mountain was, we'd always start the climb. I'll go the way you go, way I go. This part was so fun. Like just the way that it was written in the melody, I just knew like this would be easy. This like flowed out in 2 seconds. I was
Yeah,
like, yeah,
I'm
this
glad.
is easy.
That's good. That's good. I love call and response so much. So I'm glad that it's like the good thing about call and response. You're not supposed to use a lot of words, or else you can't respond to a lot of words, right? Which
Yeah,
is
exactly.
perfect. You know.
Yeah, keeping it simple. And I think so we ended up using this version like in the second pre-chorus, and then we used Rin's or Shoyun's edit in like the first pre-chorus. Or as a combination of that. Yeah.
Oh, and I know. Yeah. Universe is out there. Come with me, and you'll see. It's so good. I remember. Oh, really? I remember when the earliest whips. I wanted to add like I wanted it to be like this idle, very idly, and add like these weird chants like hi.
Oh yes, yeah. At the very beginning. Yeah.
And I don't know why I was so stuck on that idea. I wanted it to be like I think in my head, and if I was hearing it in Japanese, that like and you'll see. I wanted it to be like utao, right? Kind of like that's why I was so stuck on listening to Japanese, but I'm like, wait a minute, we're doing English. We're doing English, so it's completely and you'll see worked so perfectly. I'm glad. I'm glad.
Yeah, I think at the initial process we were debating if we wanted to do it in like Japanese or English or like a mix of both.
I made the executive decision to be English, so
yeah, and also like I think Shoyun is the only one who could write Japanese. Me and Rin would not be able to help.
yeah. Though round 2 we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
The chorus.
And then the chorus. Yeah, the chorus went through a lot of iterations as well for like I started with from the ocean to the galaxy beside, from the ocean to the never-ending sky. There were just so many like ways you could change it. Never-ending ride. Like so many words end with I.
Yep.
So, yeah. But it was I really wanted to keep that like open vowel there. I think it worked, and it also matches like the beginning as well.
Oh yeah, yep. Because the melody is a da 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 da. Yeah. So from the ocean to the gap. Yeah. Oh yeah. Good.
Yeah, I think we ended up using from the ocean to the never-ending sky in the final chorus. Yeah, and we did a different thing in the first chorus. This was, oh my god, struggle. Yeah, we ended up using the ocean for the final chorus because so I wanted it to be like the first chorus is smaller. So like from the roads we walk to every point in sight, every single line, we're only walking. It's like small scale.
Yep, small
right?
steps, small steps.
Yeah,
yep.
We're walking on the road. And then second chorus is like, oh, from the ocean to the never-ending sky. Like it's big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I see it now. I actually didn't think about that. I didn't pay attention to that actually.
It's like we're building up. So like we started walking together, and now we're like for forever, like the galaxy and beyond, we are still together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hoshios.
And then
Smart.
I really wanted to keep the path we're taking, the glow we're chasing, because it felt like the catchiest line, like very memorable. The path
I agree.
We're taking, the glow we're chasing.
I agree.
Right.
I agree. I'm glad that we changed the rhythm to match those the energy and the I think what's the word? Diphthong, or I don't know. Like it's like the rhythm, the natural rhythm of saying the path we're chasing. Like I know that when the lyrics were like really finalized, like we went back and adjusted some of the top line and things. I know like there were some things where I did push on. Like I want it to be this way for sure, right? So and then we modified some of the lyrics to do that. But I know that it where it is right now, it's the best iteration. Again, I think I've said that like 5 times now on stream. The best iteration. Like I can't think of anything better. That that kind of thing. So
yeah, exactly. It was totally. I think I talked to you about this like individually too. Like us working together
Yeah.
ended up with the best product. Yeah.
Yeah, we were. I'm glad that we had that very important meeting.
Yeah, and then continuing on, these lyrics definitely changed a lot, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Definitely.
There was a lot of like small changes throughout. I'm trying to see, what was it? We ended up being
Oh, the shadows of the night part. I remember that was the part
Oh.
I was definitely really. I was like, I really want this melody line. You know.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think
so-
because it was, I don't even remember it
Yep,
anymore.
because we did. It was we follow through kind of thing, right? I think.
Yeah, I
Follow
remember.
shadows. Yeah, it was.
Oh, you know what? It's because I think it was darkness first.
Yeah, darkness.
Right. And then I was like, if we're changing the rhythm and the melody, we can't do darkness because of like the way that the words are said. If
Yep.
that makes sense.
Yep,
So
yep,
like
yep,
we
yep.
change the shadows.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it works. It works. Shadows are dark.
Yep.
And then beyond the world we know there's more to find, more than meets the eye, more to realize.
I
shine
love
brighter than
that
the stars.
part when like you do.
Oh.
It's like this. Beyond the world we know, there's more to find. Then it's like a response, then more to meet the eyes, and then it responds to the response, more to realize. It's like
Yeah.
like there's more to find, more than meets the eye, more to realize. It's just like it keeps
Yeah.
stacking, you know. It's so I don't think I can't think of actually many songs that try to like reiterate 3 times that way.
It's
So that's
really,
unique.
It's more.
More. It's that was so smart, so good. So
I feel like this is actually like Rin suggested this change. And then I remember I was struggling with this line so much, and the moonlight will someday be ours. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I did it like 20 times, but
yeah,
it
that
was
is
like finally be ours, moon and planets ours. Like what is it?
yeah, I definitely didn't have any ideas for that. But I'll agree with if we had to put a pin as like potentially the weaker part of the chorus would be, I think, potentially this area, right? Like it's like oof, we're trying, but I think it's okay. It's still okay, right? Because I couldn't think of anything better too. So
And then I really like the ending of the chorus. So like,
yeah, me too.
so fly with me past the high tides. I think I originally had skyline here, and then Rin was like, "Why is there a skyline? Like, we're not in a city." And I was like,
Yeah.
"You right. You right. And then so I changed it to high tides. Leave all your worries behind. We'll make our mark, hear our hearts, finding the spark, our nebula."
This is
And-
like this is all the feel good words, right?
Yeah, this was like this flowed out really easily, and it's funny. I think it was originally finding the spot, and then as I was singing it, I was like, this sounds like the word spark. I'm just gonna change it because I
Yeah.
feel like that sounds way better. I was like, why did I think of spot in the first place? So
And it works. So
changed it to
it rhymes with Mark. You know.
mhm.
Yeah. Those everything leading up to those like our Nebula is like my favorite. You know. Like I love that because like all the instrumentals are like just building and building up to like it's really hopeful. You know.
For
So-
sure.
So, and our Nebula.
Yes, our nebula. Okay, let's see.
Verse 2. Oh, the
Verse
Japanese.
Oh, I think yeah, this was like show you in like spitballing Japanese.
Oh.
Verse 2.
The set out.
Right, we changed it to set out. I originally had it one
Yeah.
more, and then edited it to set out, and
That's
then
good choice.
yeah, it definitely.
It's
is a
very,
lot better.
very, very impactful. Just like set out. An action. you
Yeah,
know?
and navigated through the murky seas.
Oh my
I
god,
love
Ren,
that.
Ren, you're fucking cracked.
And then, what did I? I'm trying to think what we changed.
Wading away around. That
Oh,
was
I
nice.
think
Yeah, we took that.
we-
I like that one a lot too, because all the wah wah wah.
I
Wading
just like the
away.
word waiting. Yeah,
And
wading,
wading our way around.
Oh,
that
God.
froze flows really nicely. You know.
Yeah. Oh, right. This was my original one, like writing a new story to share across the galaxy. But then Rin wrote this one, which was like my favorite, writing our story that stands the
Oh.
test of centuries. I was like, oh yeah,
Oh,
get it
so
in there.
yeah, it's one of those like like when you're at a poetry slam and you do like the snaps.
Yeah.
It's like one of those moments, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
I
really loved that.
had a lot of fun trying to record this, so I hope I gave it all my all. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really liked that change.
that's such a strong sentence,
Right?
right? Like
That's
it
poetic.
speaks just that sentence to stand the test of centuries. Like, oh,
Mhm.
will our song stand the test of centuries, Ida? Maybe.
Uh,
To us.
You know what? To us,
To us when we're old.
to us, I will forever remember this.
Yes. This will stand the test of centuries to
Yeah,
us.
for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, right. This was what I originally wrote.
Mhm.
I was once
Yeah.
again like trying the ing method, but we ended up. I think Rin wrote this, but as the weather grew colder, the nights were long, and I started losing sight. But we kept the second part I wrote. Didn't want to say I was tired while you had the fight. Yeah. Yeah. I really like how that turned
that's
out.
that's a good dialogue between the two characters. Because like I feel like at this point of the song, where now that it's like what an hour, like a minute, 2 minutes and 10, that everyone's now acclimated to who these two characters look like, and the fact that like the lyrics that you wrote is like, again, this is kind of like a retrospective, like looking at like as a post analysis. The way that these lyrics are now describing the story, it's way more like a dialogue almost, right? It's so cool.
Yeah, and I think the idea behind the second pre-chorus was I wanted it to be like it's been a long journey.
Yeah,
Right? Like we're facing some sort of tiredness or opposition, right?
Yeah.
And then once we hit that opposition, you took your hand in mine. Ah! Yeah, so this is where we use the taking hand in mine part. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so sweet.
In your wholesome yaoi.
Awesome, yeah.
You know, if you look at all the entries right now in KACB, then they're all toxic yaoi.
It's crazy how like I think it was VCB. It was like all Yuri.
Yeah,
And KCB is
you're
all
right.
Yaoi.
You're so right.
How did
Honestly.
that happen? It's so
You know,
funny.
It's yeah. You know, like also like a lot of the this is actually, I'm just gonna take like out of context really quick, or out of the lyrics really quick, and just talk about a quick CB point. Why do there's so many like round 1 entries in chorus battles that do like this cool, dark, edgy power kind of like approach to a song, right? There's like a good majority of the songs that are written or are done in KCB round 1 are like in the minor key at the moment. But the thing that I just think characterizes Hoshio's is us doing the like it's like the cheesy, happy, hopeful stuff, but like to the point where it's no longer cheesy, that it's like the good cheese, right?
The good
you know
cheese,
what I'm saying? Right? The way because when we did Suisei no Nare Suisei, the I to become a comet, like that was a very bold choice for a round 1, I think, but just really solidified our vibe when we sang together, you know?
Yeah, I think it's actually so funny that we based our
Yeah.
lore on our first song.
Yeah, Rin.
Right? Like, basically.
Rin's saying right now, like, I think we should be edgy next round. You know what? I 100% agree, because most people might be trying to do a more like low key potentially. I mean, it's just like a trend. It's not set in stone that people usually do a more ballady thing for round 2, right? But in my head, I'm always like, oh, people do something epic for round 1, do something more subtle for round 2, and then a big bang for round 3, right? So, but like I agree. I think we should just. I think we need to go full like Vocaloid, edgy on
the
our round
edge.
2. You know. And thank God that's why
Yeah.
we have Tef on the
Tef.
lead composition.
power of
So
Tef.
excited. All right. I just wanted to make that thing because like I think we nail our aesthetic so well, and we do like with this song, like and the intention of the composition for me is to just make a song to the core of Hoshio's, you know. So
Yes, I agree. I think the Hoshio's identity is like that sort of feel good.
yeah, this
Vibes,
hopeful,
right?
hopeful and happy, you know. So we'll love to see that. Everyone's saying our last bastion of oh no. Oh no, Hoshio's is turning to toxic yaoi. No.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
It's Jover. It's Jover.
No, it's not gonna be toxic yaoi. It's gonna be what's it called? Is it the hopeless yaoi?
Oh, yeah, what is it called? Tragic.
Tragic yaoi. No more feeling good. Anyway, let's bring it back to here. You know, the it's
Yeah.
only you and me, and the illustration and the story that played it during the bridge, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's what leads into the chorus. So
Yeah. Interestingly enough, like there was a period of time where we were debating like, is there gonna be
Yeah.
a song bridge, right?
I
And
remember
if there
that, yeah.
is, do I need to write lyrics? Like what's happening? So that's why we have bridge text.
yeah. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, it was my intention to be all instrumental, and I think that's where we basically let visual staff go completely ham. Although they've been
they
going
did.
ham. They've been going ham
They went.
the entire time, but
Yeah. For sure. They went ham.
I think the bridge just really solidifies the story visually. Actually, like along with like Tef's solo, right? I love the bridge a lot. You know, so
It's definitely like a bittersweet
Yeah.
feeling, right? Because that's when their hands, they
they're
stop
growing
holding
up.
hands.
They grow up, you
They
know,
grow up.
like us.
No, don't talk about that. We're not old. Stop.
We're not. Okay.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
The chorus. Yeah.
The chorus. We're almost done.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
The chorus. It's interesting. I think my first pass through of the chorus, I kept a lot more of the first chorus lyrics. I sort of like copy pasted and then changed certain key lines. But we ended up changing like way more of the chorus, if that makes sense. So like I'll fly with you through the skyline. This was all the same. This was all the same. And in the final chorus, we like pretty much we changed a lot more of the lyrics.
No, my window capture had to restart it. All good.
Oh, okay.
All good.
Is it working?
Yep, all good.
Okay. Yeah, we changed a lot more. We pretty much changed all of the chorus lyrics from the first chorus, except for the path we're taking, the glow we're chasing, with all the destinies of the ride, and also of course, we'll make our mark, here are hearts. And oh my god, my favorite line that Rin wrote. Each inch of the galaxy holds a memory of you and me. That's my favorite line.
I need that you know that like tenor gif of like someone writing on a piece of paper and it's on fire. That's just Rin. I need like a fan art of Rin whenever she's like writing
Right?
lyrics right now.
Yeah,
That's
this line
so-
was fire. And I think it's funny because I love this line so much. I edited so much of the other lyrics because I was like, okay, every time it says galaxy, get rid of it. When it says memory,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about how we don't want to repeat too many of the same words. Like memory and galaxy, they're so unique words.
Oh, so that's why
Yeah.
you changed those. Okay.
Yeah, we changed a lot of these ones because specifically I love this line.
That's what makes it so impactful, and it's so perfect because we're all unison. You know. And I do the funny. I made the harmony thing to do the fun split.
The funny.
The funny.
Yeah, it's so good.
Rin's like the poetry slam snaps are so funny. And that's like as a like a zillennial, that's probably the best way I could like describe the feeling, right? We all know what that is, you know. Such a millennial thing.
And then I think like each inch of a galaxy holds a memory of you. I mean, really encapsulates the story as well, right? Because like we go through this journey, and even though we're separated now, we still have our memories. Like we will never forget those, and that's really what the whole thing is about, which is like the bond that has been made between these characters is forever, even if they're in different places.
Yup.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that I remember. I don't know the sentence that I wrote, that motif, right, a long time ago. I'm glad that it still fits everything that the lyrics said, you know. I wrote, because like the thing that I wrote was, you know, reignite ambition hand in hand with friends, you are no longer a lone star, right? So
yeah. Yeah, and we wrote based off those things, right? Like
yeah, we just
it was
kept
all
on
those base
building
ideas.
and building, and then we have this beautiful song that I'm so happy and so proud that we completed, you know.
Yeah. And then one more thing, I remember the outro and the intro. We went through a lot of iterations as well. These lines, look to the start, charting the voyage we embark.
Yeah.
I remember this was Shoyun's idea, and when she came up with the look to the start, I was like, wait, what if we ended with the end? So like the intro and outro really reflect each other. So looking ahead, we'll keep on running till the end, which is like, you know, the ending of the journey, and then look to the start, charting a voyage we embark, the start of the journey. It's all very like ties together really well. Yeah.
So good. Mwah.
Yeah.
Mwah.
I'm so happy with how it all turned out, and similar to how you felt like when I wrote the initial lyrics, I was like, I don't know, I thought it was good at certain parts, but like really working with Rin and Shoyun on like all the edits and stuff, like truly made it the best.
Yeah.
I really, really loved how it all turned out.
I'm glad that then, like, you know, the feeling was like mutual to a lot of us, because it's our first time kind of making our own original thing together, right? And we all want like our piece, our part in it, right, in a way. And when I was writing like my top line, and I'm like, oh, this is, in my head I'm like, oh, this is great, like it's gonna be groundbreaking, you know. But that's just like my perspective. But then when I share it to somebody, and like share it to Hoshi, I was just like, oh, you should edit this. Like part of it is also, for me, the growth and also maturing as a musician is like not being offended at all by it. I think it's okay to also like feel sometimes like it's like, oh darn, you know, like I thought it was really good, but it just takes a few moments to like really think about it and like absorb, like, oh, that advice you gave, you know. Like when we were working on the harmony guides, like when everything came together, hearing the mix, it's like, now I hear it, you know. I absolutely do hear it. Like it's like those things I think for me is what those are very good moments for us to build trust as a unit, you know. Like it's good. I'm glad that we did do that and things like that. So
Yeah, I think it was a huge learning experience with like working together on an original song for the first time. That's crazy.
I know.
It's our first one, and like we slayed. I think
so. I think we slayed.
I
think we 100% slayed. I mean, I love everyone else's original song, right? Everyone's original song in KACB is amazing. I can't wait for our watch party, to be honest.
Yes.
It's like
I've low-key been holding out. I've only listened to like little previews. I really want to listen to them.
I will slay. I will say, I think our original song is the only one in the major key.
Really?
Yeah. Like we're the only one that did like by when I say a major key, we're like the only ones that took a very uplifting idea, I'd say.
I see.
You know, and turn it into a song. You're right. Ying said we're right.
That's
We
so
did it,
funny.
and I mean, we just did it the Hoshio's way. You know, we just did it. We just. I'm glad that we did it. You know, and in a way, maybe that's what makes us stand out in KACB. Even though I know that, oh my god, like for example, have you already listened to like Sanctuary yet? Vedra's
That's
team
yes,
with
yes.
Valley. Oh my,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, it's so good, banger, so good, right? I love it. You know, the impermanence of life was mostly major key too. Yeah, one takes hurt. Ying makes a very good poetic. I'll give you snaps for that. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Also fakes. Let's go. Fakes.
Yeah.
Fakes entry. I can't wait for our little watch party. So. Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Wow.
thank you so much, Sal, for hosting this and
Yeah.
everything. And I really hope that we hit 100 subscribers
Yep.
soon, so
So-
we can release the instrumental.
Can we get 100 subs and 1,000 views on our thing, and then I will prepare the instrumental for everybody, so to use and look at.
Okay, we should put it in the description, not the description, in the comments. We'll say
Yeah.
once we hit blank, we will release the instrumental.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be great.
I got it.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna like cool down the stream and stuff. Do you have anything else you want to maybe talk about? No, I think I hit most of the points, but I always feel I'm gonna find something to talk about after the stream. You know. How about any
Yeah.
questions from people watching? Actually.
True. We can get some questions if there's any questions. I think for me, it's just like being very, very thankful for people commenting and liking and all those things. I know we started a new channel here.
Yeah.
I think starting a new channel for CP is like, it's a risk. It's
Yeah,
a really big risk.
It is a very big risk.
But I think the goal around it was we want to keep putting things out in the future, and also I love this idea of like doing live streams on here. Actually, like
Yeah.
maybe we can do more of those in the future. So
I
I really
honestly-
want to work.
Yeah, I honestly want to do more like these things that we're doing right now. But we can do like in a fun setting. Like we like that what was that game that we were potentially thinking about where like you record a cover, you're recording to a song and then you have to record a part but you don't know what the other person's going to sing. Right?
Ishin Denshin?
Yeah, I want to try doing that.
Oh, okay.
someday on stream. So
Sounds good.
that'd be so much fun. I do want to keep working on this. Like this, I remember. Do you remember when I said like almost 3 years ago? It's like I wanted to do like a cover series with Hoshio's. It's
yes,
like we all cover a song and we have all original instrumentals. At this point, I think we can do something like original songs now. What if we had like character songs?
Oh my god, guys! Hoshio's the idol group. That's
Hoshio's
crazy.
idol group. Honestly, like
Yeah.
if anything, we can be like the Yu Taite's Goose House.
Oh my god, Goose House! I love Goose House.
Yeah,
You're right. I feel like, a little bit of Goose House uplifting energy
Yep.
here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think let's see. Y'all think making short clips of Nebula and spreading to Insta and TikTok would be smart? Spreading the word and stuff. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like making.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about making a short today. Like,
Yeah.
it's my break day from stream, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna work on some Hoshio stuff.
Yeah. I think like I'm definitely inspired to like at least just make music with you guys. I'm really, really inspired to continue making music with everybody in Hoshio's, So no, weren't you thinking about individual solo covers, right? But at this point, what if we did like individual solo songs?
Yo, bro's crazy.
Well,
Bro's crazy.
So there was the reason why also like I didn't like, release the instrumental immediately right now. I kind of wanted to in my head at first I really wanted to release it at the end of KACB because I wanted to take
Oh.
all our songs and put it on an EP,
I see.
you know.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be in the best interest in the community that we release the instrumental. But
yeah, I think
I will do it
I-
in the Pia Pro way and release it as an MP3.
yeah,
So-
I agree. I would love to hear people cover our song. That would be like mind blowing.
Oh my god, the Fakes Hoshios collab.
Oh,
I think we could make that happen.
is that in the chat?
Yeah, I remember I first saw it on Ying's
Oh yeah. Yes,
on
please,
Ying's tweets, like
please.
Ying's like I was it like Hoshio's ex, and then Blake was like, "Yo, that'd be so awesome." I think everybody's on board for this idea, right? We'll just need that would be like an ultimate collab
Yeah.
song.
We'll be in touch.
Yeah,
Our
we'll be
people
in
will be in
touch.
touch with your people.
Yeah, because this like fierce rivalry. Fakes is our rival, right? That's like in the grand scheme of things. But
And an anime.
yeah, and then we have a dance number at the end.
Oh my god.
What if Utatamite no Uta? Oh, that's a good cover. Okay, I've had an idea for a long time to do the Vocaloid song by Pinocchio P for a long time, right?
Is it called?
It's
the
called
Vocaloid
the
song?
Vocaloid song, right? And
Oh.
it's kind of the theme of it really has a lot of like, what Vocaloid means to a lot of people, and it's a good song.
Oh,
I
don't know if I've heard it.
remember I originally had this idea of getting everybody, all the round 3 KACB teams to sing a chunk for them as a
Oh,
chorus.
wow.
And so that means but it would be led by Hoshios, and then then there's Fakes, and then people like that, and then there's a big chorus part, and that would be like anybody that submits a vocal line,
Whoa,
but that's that was a
Damn.
very ambitious idea, and
that's crazy. Yeah,
someday,
that is
maybe
ambitious.
someday, but I don't think I have the capacity. Me
Yeah,
staring at Project
after-
Nightmare.
Oh, Project Nightmare.
Oh, Project Nightmare. Yeah, hope they're doing well. I hope they're doing well. Yeah.
Okay, well, I will let you
Yep.
close off of stream. I'll just say, please subscribe to Hoshios. I love
Yeah,
it forever.
Share it with your
And-
friends.
Yeah, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you, Ida,
and-
for sharing. Thank you
Yeah.
for so many things. Honestly, like from the bottom of my heart, actually. Right, like your determination, your straightforwardness for sure, your organization. Like I greatly appreciate it.
Aw,
you know,
thank you.
so-
Thank you. That means a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. It's just me for the time being while I cool down stream a bit. Hey, that was pretty fun. Otsu stream. No, thank you guys for joining. I think it'd be really nice to do some more Hoshio stuff here. I've been taking personally, I shouldn't talk about myself here, but like I'm not streaming as often anymore, but streaming with friends is way more fun, so yeah, thank you so much. That was so insightful. Like I learned a lot of things about the lyrics that I didn't pay attention to very much because my brain is all in music land. I hope your rambling made sense. I hope my rambling made sense, Ida. Like I'm showing sheet music on stream, and I don't know, that's not a very. I don't know how many people can read sheet music, but if there's people that are wondering about the nerdy things, I like to try and talk about the nerdy things. So. Yeah. All right. I think I will Otsu now, and if anyone has any more questions, again, you have me on Twitter, you have me on Blue Sky. I'm on Blue Sky now. Everyone chilling on Blue Sky now. And on Discord. Just let me know. I would be more than happy to like talk about the song, any choices I made, and honestly, if there's anything that can actually valid criticism too. If you have any critiques of the song, like just let me know. This is all a learning experience, and I'm very glad, really glad to have the opportunity to do this. It's been very long. The switch just turned on in my brain this year, and I was like, I'm gonna work on the original music. Glad y'all killed it with the song. I'm so glad. All we need is a marketing team. I am not good at marketing, so all we need is a marketing team. Okay, well, I'm gonna call it here. Again, thank you so much for joining tonight. I hope you got something out of it. The VOD will be up. I don't think it'll be unlisted, so you guys can go back and listen to my rambles about the song. Please subscribe. Please watch Hoshios. Please share it. Sharing it and adding a comment means a lot, because apparently that's an algorithm thing. So, yep. I have a perfect. Wait up. Where's my thing? Wait. I have it.
Let's go, Hoshios! Let's go, Hoshios!
Alright. Take care, everybody. Let's go, Hoshios! I'll talk to you guys later. I'm Zal. Or Sazawa. Yep. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!